What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. Here with my son today. He's got a new pellet rifle Santa brought him, and he's going to try and zero it in a little bit, do a little target practice. I've got a couple squirrels set up on the tree here behind me. Smaller targets, but that's the goal, is to zero in as best as he can. Here's the squirrels. I got 3 of them set up here for him at different heights. He's got a decent backdrop behind him to shoot into, so I'm not worried about anything carrying. We're way back in the woods here. But while he's doing all that, I'm gonna try and start a fire. It's been raining here all night, ice storm last night. Everything is soaking wet, and I figured it'd be a good test of my skills to see if I can get a fire started with everything as wet as it is. I'm gonna look for only natural materials and use only the kit that I have to start fires out of my bug out bag. It's like 36 degrees here, so it's cold, it's windy. Fire's really important right now if you were stuck outside, so let's see if we can get it done cold and shivering. Let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, guys, so this right here is my bug out bag survival kit. Well, my fire starting kit anyway. It's a BDU drawstring bag that was made for me by a really good friend of mine, Old Mutt. Old Mutt is an incredible man, but he made this bag for me, and in it I have stormproof matches, and that is fat wood that I've scraped down off a fat wood fire starter. That's one, and a pill bottle, so it's waterproof. I have a pocket knife, nothing fancy. This is actually something that my wife gave me for our anniversary, so this one's kind of special to me. I keep it in there. If I had to survive with something, at least I've got some good memories attached to it. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, char cloth. Let me get the duct tape off this sucker. This is another Old Mutt creation. That's denim that he has turned into char cloth in an old mini Altoids tin. It's small, it's compact, does not take up a lot of weight, and that stuff can save your butt on a day like today. Knife sharpener, and the ferro rod of ferro rods. This is a monster. I believe it's 1/2 inch ferro rod, and I've got a can opener attached to it. Can opener makes for a decent striker. I actually like using the back of my knife. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Duct tape, because you never know when you're gonna need some fucking duct tape. Chapstick. Chapstick can be used to turn just about anything into a candle. It is kind of waxy based, and this has many uses in a survival bag or a bug out bag. I'll get into that list a little bit later about chapstick, but that's what we have. And let's see what we can find here in the woods that is not soaking wet, and maybe we can start a fire. To put some realism to it, I've been out here for about 25-30 minutes, and my fingers are freaking freezing. So let's see if we can take frozen fingers, these few items, out of my fire starting kit, and let's see what works best to start a fire out here, guys. Let's get going. All right, so as I look around here, there are cedar trees and pines. That's going to be our best bet. Right up here I see a down cedar tree. Pine has lots of resins in it, and even when it's wet, sometimes you can get that stuff going. The leaves, all the leaves you see, are basically useless. They're soaked. There may be a few dry ones, but they really don't do much for you when it comes to fire starting. They're just more of a smoke. You know, you can use them to help fill up a bird's nest, but I try and stay away from the leaves. They're pretty crummy. That looks like some of the stuff we're looking for right there. Some dead cedar underneath a little bit of cedar, so maybe it's not as wet as it looks. We're gonna grab up some of this here. It's still kind of no real snap. It's still bendy. It's still kind of green. I'm losing all my needles. We're gonna need those. Let's hold on to those. Ooh, let's see what else we can find here. Some grass here. Dry, grassy looking stuff. This right here is gonna benefit us. I'm not using anything that's not from the bag. Ooh, it is cold, guys. That wind's gotta have the wind chill down to the teens around here. So I think first things first, we'll acquire our bird's nesting material. And then some more of that dry, grassy looking stuff. Grab some more of that. This stuff still is pretty damp, but I think it's the best chance we got out here, honestly. The leaves are toast. Get a good handful of this stuff. Some bigger stalks. These stand a better chance at being dry at some point. Get some more of these guys. Ooh. Lots of dead cedar branches here for kindling. But right now we're more concerned with getting that initial spark caught. This guy right here is that's good firewood right there. That'll burn nice and hot, pretty quick. Get you some heat fast while you harvest some more. We got a nice little bundle. Some small cedar branches, nothing bigger than a pencil. This buffalo-y looking grass stuff, there are some leaves in there. And my palm is full of little cedar needles that have been dead for, looks like, quite some time. I'm actually going to try and grab some more of those on the way through. But I just found another thing that we might be able to use. Ready? Look at this dead grass here. That's kind of wet, but it's still drier than most of the things around here. We're gonna put that right here into our bird's nest. We don't want any of the green grass, just the dead grass. That stuff makes a great bird's nest. But any of this stuff that you can find outside, just on your walks. I'm not far from civilization at all. Oops. And there's plenty here to get a good little fire going to keep you warm when it's cold like this, with just the limited items that I have with me today. Well, I got all my bird's nest material. I grabbed some small twigs. I grabbed some little larger stuff, smaller than a pencil, but still not quite twigs. And then I have some pencil size pieces of kindling also. And I'm going to divide my pile up into two different ones, and we're going to try two different methods of starting this fire here. I have my ferro rod, and I have some stormproof matches. So we're going to try each one and see which one is more efficient. All right, here we go. All right, guys, here's our pile of stuff we're going to make our bird's nest out of. All right, so I'm going to take some of this dry grass. I'm going to splay it out here. I'm going to take some of our cedar needles that we lost, and hopefully the grass will catch some of it. Fold this guy in half. A little bit more of those cedar needles in there. And we're going to save the other half of that. I'm going to take some of this bigger stuff, mix it in. There is a leaf in there. That's not going to help us. We're going to take that right out of there. That's really wet. Half of our little dry sticks that we found. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this in frame here, guys. This whole filming thing is still kind of new to me. I'm used to doing it. I'm not used to filming it. All right. That's not bad. That's a decent little bird's nest right there. We're going to keep that together, set that aside. We're going to make another one now. Same kind of thing. Grab our cedar. This one will be a little bit smaller. Cedar in there. Our bigger sticks, get rid of the wet leaves because they are not going to benefit us at all. Wow, that wind is cold, guys, cold. Alright, our little bigger sticks. Then we're going to set our... Oh, look at that wind take our bundles right away. See, this is real world conditions, guys. This isn't a controlled environment by any means. Your stuff can blow away, your spark can blow away to blow the spark right out of your fire. Alright, let's see. We've got our blast matches, or stormproof matches as they're called. These are UCO stormproof matches. I am not going to use any of the fat wood that's in there. I kind of think that's cheating today. So we'll see. Let's get rid of that guy. And we'll do a blast match test on one of these birds' nests. Come on. There we go. A blast match. And then we are going to use the monster ferro rod. This is every bushcraft survival guy's go-to. The ferro rod. Doesn't look like it's going to work so well, does it, guys? I think what I'll actually do is take the can opener off of here. The coating on this knife is probably what's preventing the spark. So we'll ixnay the knife and we'll go with this guy and see if we can get some spark off our can opener here. No, not doing well at all. Well, if this was all you had, you'd be in deep shit, wouldn't you? All right, let's try something else. One blast match. See how windy it is? That sucker's still going. That'll catch a bundle. Look at that. Failure. Blast match failure. Still a little ember in there. But no fire. No fire, guys. I would call that epic failure. Wow, guys. That's the first time I've had one of those stormproof matches not light a fire. I think I actually smothered it with this damp bundle here. Whew. I'm gonna give this ferro rod another go, see if we can. There we go. This thing throws incredible spark. Now, sometimes to help these things out, the best thing to do is leave yourself some ferro rod filings without sparking it in there to help jumpstart that. Without char cloth, this is almost impossible. Especially as wet as everything is. Now, I will show you the magic of char cloth. Just gotta pull one little piece out of here. There we go. That's just a piece of denim that's been heated to almost the point of burning, but not quite. It's very fragile. It rips really easy. I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to show you how that will catch a spark. With a wind. Alright, let's see. Look at that, it's glowing already. One little spark. when we have fire, guys. Look at that life right there. Woo! No blast match. Just the old ferro rod and a little bit of char claw, and you won't freeze to death. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Make sure to keep your ferro rod away from the fire. Add some slightly bigger sticks here. Rule number 2, never let your fire go out.